Archangel Michael says, God is unfolding a shift that will break every delay and reverse what was working against you. But only if you choose trust right now, my child, my beloved. Heaven has waited for this moment. There is a quiet in the spirit right now because your life is about to be opened up to something divine. I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to bring you a message that has been hidden in the heaven scrolls until now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. Your name is written in golden ink on this message. Do not move the page. A supernatural shift from the throne of God is about to undo everything that has been against you. So, do not wait any longer. And beloved, this change is so holy and delicate that it can only go to someone who trusts right now. Not after, not when it's safe, but now when the ground beneath you feels like it's shaking. This isn't just another word. Please accept this as proof. Your breakthrough was never turned down. It was just put off. Today, however, that delay is about to break because of divine intervention. Do you feel it, my beloved child? That shaking in your body isn't fear. Your soul knows that the winds of change are starting to blow. All of your enemies who spoke bad things about you will be confused by what God is doing because God has now moved in your favor. Every plan they made is falling apart. Heaven called your name again while I was standing near the gates. They told me to walk and tell the chosen one that the time of reversal had begun. But I didn't. I flew because heaven needs you right away. An angelic force has been sent to your area. Delays are being taken care of. The tangles that were around your chances, your money, your health, and your relationships are coming apart as you read this. It won't work though unless you choose to trust it. This shift can only happen if people trust each other. You can't wait because trust that is delayed is breakthrough that is denied. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. If this word moves you and you can feel this change happening in your life, type Amen in the comments to show that you agree with heaven. Say loud and clear that you choose trust over fear and alignment over delay. Hear my child, pay close attention before I go on. Speech bubble. Sign up right now. This message is more than just words. Beloved, there is a change and shifts only happen once. Don't just watch what heaven is letting out. If you want to stay in it, sign up and let your heart fully open. Those who answer are the ones who receive. People who listen all the way through are the ones who get what was promised in full. Subscribe now if you want to stay in line with what heaven is releasing this season and keep getting prophetic confirmation that helps you grow in your walk. If you choose to stay connected, you will stay in divine alignment and God's prophetic promises will come true in your life. My beloved, there has been a war in the spirit for your promise. You thought God had forgotten about you because of the silence. You thought the delay meant they hadn't agreed. But heaven was getting ready for the weight of your blessing. When something takes a while, it's not because God wants to punish you. It's because they are making it stronger. Were the people you needed to bring this blessing with you not ready yet? But now everything is coming together. Angels are now in different places. The paths have been cleaned up. People who said you would never rise are about to see you walk on water. God is working a miracle that can't be explained. It has nothing to do with work. There are no ties between them. It's based on trust. That's the money you have right now. The money of the shift is trust. My child, my beloved, someone you love very much has prayed for this moment to happen. No longer on earth. They are now part of the heavenly council watching this happen. That person saw how hard it was for you. They cried when you cried, and now they're watching the veil in front of your eyes lift. That person saw the hurt. They saw how tough you were. Even though you didn't talk about the private fights that happened behind closed doors, they are now whispering to heaven, let it happen. Let it happen now. I said, my child, I swear in the name of God the Most High, it will happen. But you need to trust more to follow your destiny. It's important for your shift. My beloved, your faith and God's timing will meet at a certain point. That's where you are standing now. Do not turn around. Do not look down. Do not look for approval. Take a look. Heaven is going to open up over you. I was there and saw it. I could hear chains breaking. You've already won in the courtroom in heaven. What was being held up is now being given to someone else. Your name can be heard in the halls of light, and angels are picking up scrolls that say your inheritance. But kid, I have to say it again. This shift is pretty weak. It wants your whole surrender. Don't try to manage what's going on. Trust me, you should do it even if it seems strange or seems scary. Divine reversal can only happen through trust. Don't ask me why the fight went on for so long, my child, my beloved. Every moment that felt like it was a waste was actually being saved in heaven for this divine shift. Every wait time that made you cry in private wasn't meant to punish you. It was all planned by God. The work of getting ready is now done. The curtain is going up. We will never forget you. You are getting ready. Even the people who betrayed you, left you, or turned their backs on you when you needed them the most were allowed to leave so they wouldn't mess up this miracle. This blessing is too holy to give to people who didn't believe in you. That's the reason why some links broke. That's why some doors slammed shut. Not because you failed, but because God was saving the best seat for someone who could handle your rise. Your beloved, you are rising. People who made fun of you will have to watch it happen. My beloved, my child, angels are moving right now while you listen. They're going into rooms where your name has been talked about and changing things to help you. Changes are being made to documents. People who were speaking out against you are being shut up. Heaven's authority is going back to rooms that turned you down before. I was there and saw it. I saw a glowing scroll fall and land on an altar. In the middle of the scroll was your name written in gold. As it touched, every delay that was linked to your name started to fall apart. It's no longer about when. It has already begun. Now is the time to shift. Heaven is only waiting for you to trust it completely. Do you have enough trust in God to stop asking how? Do you trust God enough to stop looking for signs and become the sign instead? Dear one, your trust is the way. Everything on the other side will shock you if you walk across it. If you are ready to step into this divine reversal, write "I choose trust and alignment" in the comments. This is not just a comment. In a spiritual sense, it means you are getting ready for what heaven is letting out. I'd like to take a moment to talk to you in my own voice. My child, what you're hearing now is about a change, but not the kind that starts outside. Change that lasts always starts inside of us. Many of the times we are late. It's not because we are doing something wrong. They take place because we don't trust each other. If you've been praying, trying, and waiting, but nothing seems to move, this movement wants you to let go of your control, not your effort. Don't think this means giving up. It means not being afraid to let things go. Really big changes don't happen quickly, they happen slowly. That's why this message might seem calm or dramatic. Read this message all the way through. You're about to get more clarity. My beloved, my child, angels are moving right now while you listen. They're going into rooms where your name has been talked about and changing things to help you. Changes are being made to documents. People who were speaking out against you are being shot up. Heaven's authority is going back to rooms that turned you down before. I was there and saw it. I saw a glowing scroll fall and land on an altar. In the middle of the scroll was your name written in gold. As it touched, every delay that was linked to your name started to fall apart. It's no longer about when. It has already begun. Now is the time to shift. Heaven is only waiting for you to trust it completely. Do you have enough trust in God to stop asking how? Do you trust God enough to stop looking for signs and become the sign instead? Dear one, your trust is the way. It will shock you what's on the other side if you walk across it. You have someone around you who doesn't understand what's going on, my child. They have seen the quiet, the glow on your face, and the spiritual sensitivity growing in you, but they don't get it. This shift wasn't given to them, so you don't need to explain it to them. You were given it. God has put you in a world that they can't get to. That's why you felt alone before this elevation. People weren't leaving you. You were being made holy. You weren't left behind. You were hid. You were hidden so the attack couldn't find you. It was hidden so the curse wouldn't hit. Hidden so the enemy wouldn't find them. Now, child, you're not just coming out. You're being shown. Heaven doesn't show someone until it's time for them to be freed. And yours does too, my beloved, my dear. They already failed in their plans to bring about darkness. Still, they don't understand. The curses that were set against you have already been taken back. Limits that were put on you by your generation are being broken, not by force or hard work, but by a holy shift in the spirit. This change is throwing off schedules. It's breaking the rules. It's opening up things that other people said would stay closed. The feet of yours walked through a door that had been locked for 7 years. It opened without any trouble. It's not because of who you are, but because you trusted them. God saw you keep quiet when someone didn't understand you. God saw that you kept giving even though you had nothing left. The sound of justice. Now, justice is on the move. But beloved, justice can't happen when people don't trust it. Now is the time for your hunger to match your trust. There is a window that just opened for you, my child, my beloved. I need to say this right away. It will close at some point. Now is the time when trust sets off timing and obedience sets off overflow. You might still get the blessing, even if you miss the timing, but it will be harder than it needs to be. But if you wait for the right time, my child, it will be easy. This is the quick way to get to heaven. God will give you in weeks what other people worked for years. What other people waited for in silence, you will get with songs. However, you can't waste time now looking for proof. Please accept this as proof. I was told to say it. This divine reversal was chosen for you. The wait you were afraid of is over. You have to trust what you can't see for it to move. Though, faith doesn't wait for the clouds to clear. Faith is having fun even before it starts to rain. There will be signs, my child, my beloved. Yes, God has already set them up. In places where your heart used to shake, you will start to feel a strange peace. People who used to avoid you will now reach out to you for no apparent reason. Chances that you forgot you applied for will come calling all of a sudden. Doors that used to laugh at you will now open before you even say a word. This is not a mistake. This is the change. You've been praying, fasting, and crying for this divine reversal. I was told to tell you to pay close attention. The signs won't be loud, but you won't be able to miss them. In your dream, you'll get a name. There will be a word that keeps coming back to you. And don't ignore it when it does. That's heaven telling you that you are still chosen. You were never kicked out. You had to wait longer so that the miracle could be even better. My beloved, God is not just changing the way things are for you. He is moving you. He is testing your faith so that you can handle things that most people would give up on. That's why it's been heavy. That's why you felt pressure everywhere. Not because you were being crushed. You were being shaped into a vessel that heaven could trust. A door has opened right now as I write this. It was as clear to me as the wings on my back. A portal of overflow, and the scroll that opens it has your name written on the top of it. I was warned, though, that if you second guess, give in to fear, or back down, you will push back what was already planned. That's why I say this with God's fire in my voice. Trust right away. Trust like it's the most important thing in the world. Because it is. You've gone into rooms you weren't supposed to and kept your head up, my child, my precious one. It's happened that other people got praise while you were ignored. But you still cheered for them. That pose is like something from heaven. There are now places where your name was erased that are going to honor you. The book caught my eye. I saw God change where you were on the list. You started at the bottom and are now climbing to the top. People who didn't believe in you won't be able to stop it. You can't vote. There's no wait. This is God's choice and I'm just a messenger. Destiny chose you rather than popularity. And destiny doesn't need permission to happen. It only needs people to trust it. That's all that heaven needs from you right now. Full trust. Not the kind that seems brave on the outside, but is really scared on the inside. That kind that says, I believe even if I haven't seen it yet. You've been to rooms you weren't supposed to be in and still kept your head up. My beloved, my child, my precious one. It's happened that other people got praise while you were ignored, but you still cheered for them. That poses like something from heaven. There are now places where your name was erased that are going to honor you. The book caught my eye. I saw God change where you were on the list. You started at the bottom and are now climbing to the top. People who didn't believe in you won't be able to stop it. You can't vote. There's no wait. This is God's choice and I'm just a messenger. You were chosen not because you are popular, but because destiny wants to happen. Destiny doesn't need permission to happen. It only needs people to trust it. That's all that heaven needs from you right now. Full trust. Not the kind that seems brave on the outside, but is really scared on the inside. That kind that says, I believe even if I haven't seen it yet. You are not late, my beloved child. You're not too old. You're still not too far away. Don't let the enemy tell you those lies when you're tired. You're on time. Because God doesn't use time the same way people do. You've been using clocks and calendars to figure things out. But heaven uses alignment to figure things out. Also, child, you are now in divine alignment. The time has finally come for your soul. There are changes going on for you as well as around you. A lot of people who can bless you are hearing your name because God wants to. They won't understand why, but they will have to say yes. That's the change. This is an undeniable, permanent, and divinely ordered shift. If this word speaks to you and you don't want to miss what heaven has to offer, subscribe now. By staying connected, you stay in prophetic alignment and can fully walk into what God is doing in your life. Type Amen below to show that you receive this shift and agree with what God is doing in your life right now. This change isn't just for you, my child and beloved. It's about the people who are important to you. Tell someone about this message if you think they need this prophetic word right now. As you let go of it, the anointing that is causing your breakthrough will start to flow into their life as well. What you let go of grows. The choices you make now will affect generations you haven't even met yet. Right now, your yes to God will be the bridge that your children and their children will walk across. In your family tree, people prayed for someone to break the cycle and God picked you. There are a lot of curses and spiritual blocks that are breaking down right now because your heart is saying, God, I trust you. That's what the enemy was afraid of, beloved. He wasn't afraid of how strong you were. His fear of your surrender was real. As a result, heaven takes over when you surrender. And when heaven takes over, everything that fought you has to bow down. I saw something that even the angels were quiet about. My beloved child, I heard your name called out in front of God's throne this morning. Your whole life was like a scroll that was open. When God said, enough with the waiting, there was thunder. But it wasn't because God was mad. To get even for all the times you were wronged, to get even for all the times you stayed quiet when you could have fought back. Give people what they promised who looked like they had been lost. Justice. From that point on, there was a shift in the realms. It is on its way to you, but it hasn't arrived yet. That's why your spirit isn't at ease. There's no reason to be upset. Something big is about to happen. Like the air before a storm or the moment before a birth, that's what this is. This is your spiritual birth into a new season. And just like a baby has to trust being pushed, you have to trust what's happening. Even if it seems strange, do not let anyone else understand the favor that is about to be done for you, my child. They won't understand it because it wasn't promised to them. That's fine. Don't shrink to make other people feel better. Don't play down the shift just because some people are scared of it. You are not being pushed up to make them like you more. You have been given an assignment to finish. It's not about luxury. It's about leaves. The money, the healing, and the open doors are all divine plans to help you do what God planned for you before you were born. This is why trust is so important. There is a part of you that should trust what heaven told you. Even if earth makes you doubt, you have to make this shift. It's happening whether you're ready for it or not. But trust makes things calm. It looks beautiful when you trust it. Trust is what makes it strong. Fear should not be stronger than your faith, my beloved and chosen one. What if it goes wrong again? Fear will ask, but faith will say, what if this time things work out? And child, I came to reassure you this time it will go right, not because you are perfect, but because God is on your side. He has protected, delayed, and watched over this moment, not to make you angry, but to keep you safe. There are some people who used to walk with you who couldn't be here because they would have ruined the blessing, not because he was mean, but because he was kind. God took them away because he loved you too much. He won't let dirty loyalty touch pure purpose. The shift can now start since the circle is clean. In the next 24 hours, my child, my beloved, you will get a sign that is so specific and personal that it will stop you in your tracks. It won't be loud. Your spirit will know when it comes, even if it doesn't come from where you think it will. At this point, the change could be seen. Heaven has chosen not to keep you in suspense any longer. So, I can tell you this. The testing season is coming to an end. The pain you went through in silence is now being replaced by a glory that will shout. It will all make sense to you what sign you are about to see. That's how you'll know it's God. It could be a call from someone who turned you down before. Perhaps a message letting you know that you found a door you thought you had lost. It could be a word, a number, or a name. Don't doubt it when it does happen, though. It's a yes from God. Someone once didn't think much of you, my beloved, my child. Someone who left you feeling like the end was near. God is going to set the table for them right now. Restoration, not vengeance. Heaven heals in front of the people who saw you break. You are not being raised to show off, to make you happy. You are being raised. The part of you they left behind was just your cocoon. The version that walks out of the storm, on the other hand, is full of fire, purpose, and holy clarity. Everyone else thought you were breaking, but the shift will show you how strong you've become. Yes, it will really shock them. But it will heal you more than anything else. Someone once thought less of you, my child, my beloved child. My child, someone who left you feeling like the end was near. God is going to set the table for them right now. Restoration, not vengeance. Heaven heals in front of the people who saw you break. You are not being raised to show off, to make you happy. You are being raised. The part of you they left behind was just your cocoon. The version that walks out of the storm, on the other hand, is full of fire, purpose, and holy clarity. Everyone else thought you were breaking, but the shift will show you how strong you've become. Yes, it will really shock them, but it will heal you more than anything else. When will I finally see the change? You've been asking me, my child. I came to tell you that you already have. It shows in the way you stand, how strong you are, and how you no longer beg for food. That's the change. There is more to it than just the miracle. It's about how you're changing into the kind of vessel miracles want to find. You're not the only one getting the blessing. It's going to pass through you. People will be blessed by what you're carrying. When strangers hear your voice, they'll feel calm. People will open doors for you, not because you knocked, but because you are there. That's what makes trust possible. It does more than just give you stuff. It changes you so that you don't have to chase them anymore. My beloved, my chosen one. I see two paths in front of you. One is the familiar, which is easy to understand, safe and comfortable. The path of trust is the other way. It doesn't look sure. It seems risky. But my child, that's the path where heaven walks with you. It's that path where miracles wait to happen. You don't need to fully understand everything. Everything is asking you to trust it. You're just one choice away from something that will make you cry happy tears. But you have to make this choice in your heart. Not tomorrow. Now, not when things make sense. The shift has already begun. You are the only thing left. Are you going to trust God even though it doesn't look like it's working yet? Will you lean in even though you're shaking? Who am I now that everything is changing? You've been asking me, my child, my beloved. And heaven replied, you are not who they said you were. You are who God planned for you to be. Your life is getting a new name. The name is more than just what other people call you. It's what heaven says when you're in battle. You are not weak. You're not hurt. You're not behind. In the scrolls of light, you are called a healer, a builder, and a miracle in motion. You were given a label of shame by the enemy, but God erased it and put a label of glory on your head. You were never meant to fit in. You were born to stand out. That pain in your heart was never love lost. Shifting was what it was. Now the change has brought you to a doorway that can only be opened by trust. A divine shield is forming around you. My beloved child, even as these words are being spoken, it can't be seen with the naked eye, but is bright in the spirit. I've been told to make it stronger. This isn't your average defense. This kind protects you from attacks you can't see, stops rumors before they get to you, and shuts out every evil eye watching you from behind. Things that used to touch you will now just fly by you. What used to drain you will break before it gets to you. I was told I could draw the sword, not to hurt you, but to protect your destiny. This sword isn't for fighting old battles. It's to protect the way ahead so that nothing can stop the shift again. You won't have to deal with the delays that you had before. Their chains in the spirit world were put there by God's power. The enemy hoped you would fall before this moment, my child, my chosen one. Now you know why the attacks got stronger as you got closer to this shift. That's why the last few weeks felt unbearable. You didn't see what he did. He saw the wind change to help you. His eyes saw the light come back into your atmosphere. He became scared. But his fear doesn't work where trust is present. In addition, the mood has changed because you stayed and kept going. You are no longer trying to stay alive. It's about to start living in overflow for you. That's not just talking about money. All of these things will come into your life at once. Clarity, peace, wisdom, strength, revelation, and divine timing like you've never seen it before. But listen up. This abundance won't happen by accident. It will mean something. This season, everything good that comes your way will have your name on it and a reason for being there. Before we go any further, I have something else I need to tell you. My beloved, God is not only giving you back what was taken away, but He is also giving you something better than what you lost. Something good will happen for every bad thing that happened to you. God will double the harvest for every year that was stolen. I saw the scales. The scales are tipping. And heaven has been in charge. You deserve to rule, not just get better. It's your time to be whole, not just healed. And trust is the only way to get in. You won't have to climb up to get there. Faith, light, and glory will all support and protect you. But if you hold on to fear, this won't happen, child. Let go. Let go of your need to stay alive. Surrender is necessary for the shift. Let your soul breathe out. Don't talk about the past. God has changed things and now it starts. You might not feel it yet, but the change has already begun. My child, my beloved, the ground under you is moving quietly but strongly, and signs are coming from heaven. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. To get you ready, I was told to tell you about the 3 supernatural changes that are about to happen because you can't question them once they start. You have to see them as divine. These signs are not a fluke. They show. The first will happen in your environment, the second in your spirit, and the third in your relationships. All 3 are parts of the divine reversal you were picked to carry. My beloved, the first thing that will change is the way you feel. It will start to feel strangely still around you. It won't be empty. It will be the sound of God. The kind of peace that blocks out all the other noise in your mind. There will now be divine clarity. Where there was once overthinking and stress, you will start to notice that interruptions are going away. People who are only bothering you will no longer call you. Any delays that were in your way will magically go away. Heaven sometimes lets the natural world reflect what's going on in the spirit world. This is why the weather may change when this happens. It will feel better in your room. It will be easier to sleep and your body will also change as the weather changes. I'm not making this up. It's because angels are watching over your space. In this case, God clears the air so you can hear Him clearly. Have faith in this silence. Do not add anything that will distract you. This is holy. You will go through the second change, my child. Your spirit will start to feel strange, but in a holy way. You'll feel a strength growing inside you that you didn't have before. You'll start to speak and pray in a different way. And you'll feel so brave it doesn't even make sense. This is not something you made up. Your soul is moving into alignment with heaven. God is giving you a new spiritual identity that gives you the power of someone who has overcome. You'll be more aware of dishonor and more in tune with the truth. You'll want peace even more. Things that used to tempt you will lose their power all of a sudden. Why? Because the old you is going away. The new you is coming out. And the enemy can't hurt this version of you. This version of you walks in trust instead of trauma. in clarity instead of chaos, and in hope instead of fear. My beloved, your relationships will go through the third change. God is going to do something strange. People who were against you will now be happy for you for no reason. People who used to avoid you will start to respect you in a strange way. And people who really care about you will look out for you more without you even realizing it. Because God has put a holy light on your name, a glow in the spirit world. Some people will be drawn to you even though they don't know what's going on. They will want to be close to you, respect you, and pay attention to what you have to say. Not being popular is not the point. It has to do with placement. God is putting the right people around you to keep the promise safe. Some people will leave quietly. Let them. Some people will come in with answers. Get them. This change brings about new partnerships that are picked by heaven itself, not by how people feel. Every holy shift starts with fire and ends with discipline. My child, my beloved, only trust can keep you inside the room when heaven opens the door. Now that the change has begun, I need to show you how to keep it safe. You see, a lot of people have breakthroughs, but not many of them keep them up. Not because the blessing runs out, but because they go back to the things that caused the delays. That's not going to be your story. You've gone too far. It's been too long since then. You've cried too much. Pay close attention. Now you need to stay away from three things at all costs: doubt, distraction, and over-explaining. Every single one of them is a thief. Attention is the first danger, my beloved. As the atmosphere changes and peace grows, the enemy will send noise, not to hurt you, but to keep you from focusing. He will send pointless arguments, messages that are late, and random temptations that feel important but don't have any spiritual value. It's not an accident. The point of them is to get you to stop trusting them. Don't answer. Do not interact. No one has a right to be in your presence while you give birth to this promise. Take care of your peace the way heaven takes care of your path. Not everyone should be able to see your rise up close. Watch over your gates. You shouldn't do it if it costs you your focus. My child, the second risk is giving too much information. Some people will try to downplay the change by saying it's just luck or that it won't last. They won't understand how you change so quickly and will wonder why things are suddenly going your way. Don't waste divine energy trying to get them to agree with you. You're not supposed to talk about what heaven is doing. You were asked to bring it. It will be clear what a miracle it is. The favor will show where it came from. The turnabout will be so clear that your silence will be the strongest proof you have. Remember that small minds should not touch what is holy. Don't hide the glory to make other people feel safe. They were not meant to see the shift happen if they can't understand it. The third danger, my beloved, is doubt. This is the one the enemy loves the most. It's not like thunder to have doubts. The sound is like whispers. What if this isn't real? How come it doesn't last? What if I mess it up? But child, I want you to know that God didn't choose you because you are perfect. He picked you because He knew He could keep you. The shift isn't being kept up by your strength. It's going strong because you trust it. Don't fight doubt when it comes up. Put it aside. Tell the truth more. I may not see everything yet, but I trust what heaven has begun. Is a powerful sentence that can be used instead of 1,000 questions. There is no doubt when you trust. The third danger is doubt. My child, my beloved, my sweetheart, this is the one the enemy loves the most. It's not like thunder to have doubts. The sound is like whispers. What if this isn't real? How come it doesn't last? What if I mess it up? But child, I want you to know that God didn't pick you because you are perfect. He picked you because He knew He could keep you. The shift isn't being kept up by your strength. It's going strong because you trust it. Don't fight doubt when it comes up. Put it aside. Tell the truth more. I may not see everything yet, but I trust what heaven has begun. You say there is more power in that one sentence than in 1,000 questions. There is no doubt when you trust. Now, my child, my precious one, let me tell you the one habit that will make things last. Being still. Not being lazy or avoiding things, but being still. A holy pause every day to listen to God instead of the world. Even if it's just for 5 minutes before the noise, the phone, or the doubt can come in. This is your daily start over and breathe with heaven. You get back in sync with the flow of the change. You get back into the flow of good luck. This isn't just spiritual help. It's a weapon. Being still will help you remember that God is the source and that you don't need to seek after what is already yours. The blessing gets stronger, deeper, and more rooted every time you do it. You are not getting what you deserve, my child and beloved. Your inheritance was written down in heaven's books before you even took your first breath. And those blessings that were put off are now coming through because the shift has been made. You don't deserve them. You're going into them. You should stop trying to get what is already yours. Just like an heir doesn't beg for what is theirs. These are not rewards for doing a great job. They are rewards for sticking with it. God saw that you kept walking even though your legs were shaking and that you kept believing even when there was no proof. That kind of faith changes what will happen. That level of trust opens up unimaginable favor. I saw the ledger, my beloved child. The names of 3 blessings, each with reserved next to it, caught my eye. No reserved. Do you know what that means? It means that no one, not even your enemy, can claim what God wrote in your name. Restoration of time, yes, is the first blessing. You felt like you had lost years and would never catch up because everything was so slow. Things should have taken 10 years. But God is about to speed them up for you so that they only take 1. Time is moving toward you. The days will feel different after a while. Things that usually need time will happen all of a sudden. What used to take a lot of work will now be done with divine ease. This is not a dream. Heaven is paying you back for all the time you kept your heart pure while you waited. I want to give you a second blessing. Supernatural clarity. Your next season won't be hard to understand. The fog is going away. The indecision is finally breaking. You'll know what to do, who to trust, and the way to walk. God is taking away the voices that told you you weren't smart enough. Soon you'll be able to see and sense things before they happen. And people will show their true colors before they do. This level of clarity is not normal. It is a sign. It's a change. God is giving you spiritual glasses that will protect your eyes from what is false. More than money or advice, that sense of right and wrong you're about to walk in will protect you. It's coming now because trust lets you see things clearly. That's right, my beloved. The third blessing is divine inheritance, which is not just money, but provision at the kingdom level. Money that flows freely without being manipulated. Chances that don't require giving up anything. Heaven said the doors you didn't knock on would open. God is making good things happen for you in places you haven't even been. People will talk about you in places you haven't been. Things will already be set up when you get there. That's what inheritance means. It's what you find. You are not looking for blessings. Their goal is to get you to give up your trust during the hard times. Stay when it would have been easier to run away, and keep spreading love when you could have turned angry. Now the divine economy is moving and your part is being given to you right away. It is no longer being held up, resisted or put off. My child, my beloved, there is often one last wave of resistance before a divine release. It doesn't mean that the blessing is being stopped. The enemy can see what's coming. Now is the time when confusion might try to come back. Sometimes old wounds come back. Delays may happen out of the blue. But please understand that these are not real threats. They're just illusions, shapes of old assignments that were cancelled. The enemy is desperate because he knows that if this seal is put on you, no one can touch your next season. He's going to do anything one last time. Don't pay attention to it. Do not think about it. You have already gone through at this point. Trust turns into a weapon and silence turns into a shield. God has told me in the Spirit to seal their name with light. My beloved child, I watched as heaven answered right away. Over your name. A pure, bright, and alive golden circle fell. The mood around you changed after that. People can't attack you in the same ways anymore. The curse can't find you. The arrows can't get through. There is no metal in this seal. It's made of glory. And you can see it best when you trust. That's why the best weapon you have is peace. When you don't panic, the enemy can't get in anymore. While this seal doesn't take you out of the battle, it does make it impossible for the other side to hurt you. God has told me in the Spirit to seal their name with light. My child, my beloved child, my child, I watched as heaven answered right away. Over your name, a pure, bright, and alive golden circle fell. The mood around you changed after that. People can't attack you in the same ways anymore. The curse can't find you. The arrows can't get through. There is no metal in this seal. It's made of glory. And you can see it best when you trust. That's why the best weapon you have is peace. When you don't panic, the enemy can't get in anymore. While this seal doesn't take you out of the battle, it does make it impossible for the other side to hurt you. As you speak, my child, a spiritual glow will start to fill rooms before you even speak. One light will follow you. People may treat you differently, like staring at you for longer or pausing when they hear your name. Do not shrink. Don't question it. You're not making it up. The proof of the seal is that. That is the thumbprint of heaven on your body. There used to be failure where this light now shines. It will bring kindness from places you wouldn't expect it. Most importantly, it will tell darkness to stay away. This seal will speak even if you don't say a word. This seal will keep you safe even while you sleep. It's the sign of the change and a sign that trust has been rewarded. No one could see how broken you were, my beloved and chosen one. They won't get it now that you're grown up. It doesn't matter, though. That's not what this is about. It has to do with being covered. It's now safe for you. Promise to cover. peaceful all around, wrapped in a glory that never fades. Don't let some short-term trouble make you think otherwise. When resistance shows up, you should rest. If someone asks you a question, just be quiet. When fear starts to whisper, speak trust louder. These aren't just habits. They are weapons of the good. They are how you keep an eye on the shift until it's over. You no longer need to fight. You just need to trust. There are things going on right now that you can't see, my child, my beloved. Not only are heavenly scribes updating the records that are linked to your name, but they are also adding the story of what you chose. And child, I say this with holy respect because you chose to trust. There is now something different in heaven. This one choice which was made in silence without any praise or attention has reverberated through the spirit more than you could ever imagine. Other people picked control, but you picked surrender. Some people chose comfort, but you chose calling. You and people who come after you will be able to use that one act today. Some people will be blessed in the years to come because of the change you made today. My beloved child, they'll not know your name. They won't understand how much you hurt. They will be free though because you broke the cycle. You chose not to do what made you feel bad again. Heaven wrote down that you picked healing over anger, peace over fear, and faith over panic. That's why the angels didn't move when you said yes. Because you said yes more than once. It was for all time. You have no idea how many battles you avoided because you finally put all your trust in God. The evil forces that have been after your family for decades can no longer get to them because of this change. And you, my child, you often question whether you've made a difference, whether your story is important, and whether all this pain was just for your own survival. I've seen the scrolls, though. And heaven doesn't see you as someone who lived. Heaven says that you fix things, build things, and break chains. You are now taking on a mantle, not just a blessing. It's a calling that will lead other people to miracles. You are not only being raised. People will see you as a spiritual landmark for showing them that God still speaks, moves, and changes the story in favor of the faithful. Before I leave, my beloved, I need to tell you this. In heaven, the sound of sadness is no longer around your name. There is now joy, laughter, and a lightness where there was once sadness. Angels whisper to each other. The chosen one has finally stepped into it. Yes, there are still fights to come. You'll never deal with them the same way again, though. Because this change didn't just send you in a different direction. It changed who you were. You're not the same person you were when you were afraid of being turned down. You are no longer walking with the shadow of being late. God is now making your dreams come true. Please breathe now, my child, my beloved. Do take a deep breath. There is no more war. The holdup is over. The time of year has changed. Say, my season is changing now. In the comments, you're not just responding to a message when you write it. You're also stepping up your faith and getting your spirit in line with what heaven has already started. There's nothing more to fix or prove. Trust is now the only thing left. The kind that thinks results are on the way, even if they haven't seen them yet. The quiet kind that knows heaven is louder than chaos and rests in peace. Besides, spiritually, you have entered new territory in your mind, emotions, and even your body. You no longer need to say sorry for your glow at this hour. Now is the time to stop trying to explain your peace. Let people be curious. Let them ask. This change wasn't made public. So, you don't owe anyone your process. It was about them, not to show off. God didn't do this. This is what He did to save your soul. Everything that used to be against you will now be for you, my child. Even the things you do wrong will start to help you. Even the side trips you take will start to lead you in the right direction. This is what radical trust looks like. And it's about to show up in ways you never thought possible, not what you expect. Do not expect the ordinary. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you," every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith. And as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. What's coming is heaven's way of making up for all the times you had to be alone. It will happen quickly. It will be holy. It won't be possible to explain it. Only people will see it. You won't end the year the same way you began it. A better ending, one that is drenched in glory and overflows with peace, has been written by God. If you are still here, my beloved or chosen one, thank you for taking the time to listen. That makes me think that you have strong feelings and think things through carefully. The way things change doesn't always happen all of a sudden. Sometimes they come in the form of quiet corrections that make what was stopping you slowly lose its power. Trust is important now, but not blind trust. You need to trust that what didn't work before wasn't meant to hurt you. It had to do with shape, timing, power, and direction. Keep that peace if this message made you feel it. Use it to help you decide what to do next. You can subscribe to this message if you want to stay in touch, but only if it feels right to you. Be careful, my child. Remember to stay grounded, and that alignment leads to movement. Trust always gets you through. Take a moment to like this video before you leave if this message made you more sure of your faith and what God is doing in your life. As you do this, let it be an agreement that unlocks the flow of God's favor over your life, giving everything you step into speed, clarity, and divine acceleration. Before you leave, you might want to share this word from the prophet with your network. When you do this, you let the anointing go beyond your life and help other people make breakthroughs. You are meant to overflow with what God is doing in you. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings, they will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.